Hi friends, welcome to the Knife Detector channel. If you like knives, please like and subscribe. If you like the content, please check out all my awesome playlists. Okay, so lately you guys know I have been into these Schrade Anniversary Walden 65th Anniversary knives, 1946 to 2011. And I don't know why the eBay was flooded with some of these, so I went ahead and I bought some, right? This was the first one I bought. And oh geez, it's not here. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it used to be whiter than this. I went ahead and I let it sit in some warm root beer for about an hour and a half, and look, it turned into this really pretty tan color bone, which is the color I like to see the bone when I have a stag knife, right? And rather than wait years for that to happen naturally, I take a little bit of root beer and I just let it sit inside the root beer for a little bit, and then I get that real nice color. That used to be white, okay? So tell me what you think about that. Now, I will tell you, after looking at these, I paid about $20 for each of these knives. So I'm going to show you these other knives right now, but first I want to talk about some things that I've found. These are made in China, these knives, right? They're made in China, and if you look at it like this, you can kind of see what my problem is. It's a recurring problem with all these knives. Here you can barely get a chance to see the nail nick. You really have to get in there to get that nail nick. Now, I think this knife would have been better off if this other blade, the main blade, what I consider the main blade, would be on this side, right? And then this one was in the back, but either way it would be lower. And it's just kind of hard to access that thumbnail back there. And that you're going to see is a recurring problem. Now, other than that, this is a beautiful knife, okay? The handle is amazing. The blade cuts well. It comes really sharp right out of the box. And I do love this knife, all right? I love these little tins too. Don't throw these things away, guys. This silica, this will help keep your knives like free from rust and corrosion wherever you keep them. I throw them in my toolbox where I keep my knives, right? I love these little tins. I'm going to use them to store some stuff, right? But let's take a look at the others I bought. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one right here because it's some real sweet eye candy, right? But let's take a look at another one. I don't know which one this is going to be. Let's take a look at this one. I've already opened all of these. These are some sweet little knives, okay? Again, this is the same size tin as this other one. But look at this nice little pocket dropper. It's kind of got a curve right there. It's got bolsters on each side right here. It's a jackknife. But take a look at that nail nick. Same deal. It's being covered by the first blade. But you still get a nice piece out of it. But when you take out the blade, it's kind of unimpressive. I like my blades a little bit more curvy, a little bit more meaty. And this blade itself, even though it is etched there with 1946 to 2011 Schrade Walden, and then it's got the number 2222. And this bone is gorgeous. This is a real nice looking type of honey bone right here, which I will carry this knife. I kid you not, right? But I mean, the fit and finish is good, but the shape of the blade is largely unimpressive in my opinion. I really like this knife other than that, and I will be carrying this knife. A really nice secondary blade. It's really full and it's long and very, very sharp, and just really like this knife. But like I said, I like my main blades to be a little bit more girthy. And this is just a little too thin for my blood, right? But you know what? What the hey? I paid $20 for this thing. It seems like people already knew and they weren't bidding on it. It's like they were not impressed, even though in the pictures they were like full of plastic. I mean, wrapped in plastic on the top. So the pictures, all you saw was this picture of it, right there where the blade was there and wrapped in plastic. So I had to decide based on that, right? But in any case, I am happy with those. Now, there's one that I'm going to show you that I'm kind of less happy about, which is the third one of these that I've bought. I don't know if I'm going to buy any more of these. I really don't because of this. But, if I see another stag one like this, I might jump into it. But check out this one. Some of you guys might differ in opinion with me. Initially, you can see that this looks like a trapper, and all it said was saw knife. So I thought, cool, this thing has a saw in there, and I should have seen the fish, and it should have tipped me off that this was a fish knife, and I did not know that. But check it out. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, this is a lovely knife. Again, the same type of beautiful jimping as this one. This one's perhaps a little darker. Same type of, not jimping, I'm sorry, but grooves in there inside the bone. Indentations in the bone, whatever you want to call it. Not jimping, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a little longer, so it's like a full-size trapper size. This is about 3.5 inches in the closed. And opening up the first blade, you see the main blade, which is a little narrower than I'd like, but it's real pretty. It's almost like this is made for filleting. And this is the Schrade Walden 292. And very sharp right out of the box. And I tell you what, feels real comfortable in the hand. Just a gorgeous little knife, right? Which it is beautiful. But it has the scaler. And, you know, for somebody that's a fisherman, you know, that's great. You know, I am not a fisherman, unfortunately. My brother Alex, if you're listening to me, I appreciate that one time you took me out to fish when I was 13. Then we were abandoned out there in the pier by my other brother and my brother-in-law that took off and, I don't know, probably went to a nudie bar or something and left us out there for like 8 hours. But anyway, that's been my only fishing experience, all right? And my bro stayed with me. I was 13, and he just watched over me, so I appreciate that very much. But check it out. I mean, this is an okay knife, and looking at this, I can kind of see where this is a fish knife. This has like the what I believe is a hook remover. It has maybe a cap lifter, but looking at this right here, this is not a scaler, guys. I thought it was a scaler. It is not a scaler. It is a saw. It's almost like a bone saw, which is interesting. So I guess it is technically a saw knife, maybe to cut the fish. I'm not sure. Tell me what that is for, amigos, because I need some help with that. All right. But yeah, it's a real pretty knife, you know. So you get what you pay for, but I think that for $20 a knife, and I really only ended up paying about $20 for each one of these knives, for that amount, I think it's a pretty good value. I mean, where else are you going to get this nice stag, right? Real thick stag for $20. 2 blades in this pattern, this double blade jackknife pattern, $2. That's nice, guys. Check this out. Gorgeous type of honey bone right here. Very, very sweet. And this unique looking knife with that beautiful fish emblem. Where are you going to get that for $20? So $20, $20, $20. That's what I ended up paying for those. I wanted to make a video showing you all of those together so that you can kind of see what's out there. Now, they may still be more out there, and I'm going to do a search on eBay to see if I can find me something a little nicer that I might like. But other than that, I wanted to kind of educate you on what you could expect. That little indentation for your thumb, the thumbnail nick, it's not going to be perfect. The blades are not going to be aesthetically beautiful, but the handles, they are on point, my friend. They are on point. All right, guys, this has been another one by the Knife Detector. I hope you guys have an amazing week that's been happening. I hope you guys are going to have a fantastic weekend as well. I'm going to go ahead, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm taking this stuff out of here. Maybe I'll leave this stuff here. I don't know, maybe as a padding. No, I'll take that out. It's ugly. And I usually like to use these to store coins or other things, right? And so I'm just going to remove all that stuff in here. Ugh, clean it out. These make really pretty boxes. You guys think that I'm probably insane. You're like, just leave it in there. Leave it in there. It'll be worth 5 times as much in 20 years. I may be dead in 20 years, guys. I have no idea, all right? So we're just going to clean those out. I'm going to use them to store some stuff. And yeah. All right, friends. Oh, look, they stack. They are stackable. Cool. They're stackable, mostly. All right. All right, guys, y'all take care. Have a blessed rest of the week, my friends, and weekend. Bye-bye. Hey, like and subscribe. If you haven't done so, like and subscribe right now, dudes. Oh, also check out my other playlists. You're going to love them. You're going to see stuff from when you were a kid. Check it out. And watch all the commercials.